Hello, everybody. Can everyone hear me A-OK? Well, it seems like everybody can somewhat hear me, so I guess you can get ready to start. Yes, Mike, I will try to answer about as many questions as I possibly can while I'm on stream. Uh, don't mind if I sound a little nervous and whatnot, this is new to me. But without further ado, let's start the stream. I'm StrongPuff. We're going to be doing the same thing as last stream, though. The key difference is that I actually have my voice. So, we will be looking at the process of versus marks being produced. Oops. So, with that out of the way, can everybody see the screen? Okay, so an animation, it kinda depends. Like, depending on the animation itself, it can be anywhere from a couple of hours to a few days, or maybe even months. And this particular one has been quite a bit of a troublesome one because I'm kind of going for a actual scenic one with all of the how do I put this? I like to be accurate, so I'm trying to have it be accurate to the source material where Kirby and Marx fight on the moon. And that required me to make a whole scene build in and of itself, because there's no real map, as y'all can see here. So, it can be relatively fast or it can be relatively slow. Like a transformation video, that doesn't take me much more than a couple of hours if I really stick to it. And before I forget, in case any of you have a question about something related to SFM, I can try and answer it to the best of my ability. Later, KB Tunes. Shame you couldn't stay with us a little longer, but I'm sure you'll be able to watch the stream a little bit later. Favorite crap post animation, as you put it? I don't really have one, as far as I'm aware. I'd probably imagine Pudis Engage as one, but nothing too much. I don't watch too many other SFM. Hello, the Kirby Genius. Nice to have you on stream. I hope you guys can hear me, by the way. as we last saw on the last stream, the last thing that happened was we had Mark's get run over by a wheel. No, Chaz Chill, I was not aware of that. You gotta remember that I'm kinda new to most of these things, so it's a little bit new to me. So I won't be able to just know all the features of everything. So hopefully as time goes on and I mature when it comes to streaming and Discord and all that, I'll be able to be more professional, but until then. As for details, DJ Master Builder, those tend to generally come later on in the animation, at least when I'm doing this. Plus the models that I'm using for the hillside and all that are relatively yes, I have played Pokemon Sword and Shield before. But only the base game. I haven't gotten the DLC yet. Who's your favorite knight? Meta Knight, Dark Meta Knight, Galacta Knight, or Morpho? If I had to choose, I'd probably say Galacta Knight. His theme is just mwah, perfection. Plus, Galacta Knight is I guess I kind of have it more or less because Galacta Knight is kind of the first real challenging boss that I had, I suppose. Goodness gracious, getting camera angles can be so tricky. This is how you T-pose a model in SFM. Let's see. And I swear I'm probably going to look back at this stream when it's finished uploading to YouTube, look back at it, hear my voice, and I'm just gonna go, ugh, ew. That's what I sound like? Goodness gracious. But until then, I guess we can have a little bit of fun and imagine that I sound better. The average viewer, hello. A face reveal is out of the question for now simply because I do not have a webcam. Maybe someday, but no time soon, I'm afraid. Super Brown Sheep, hello. Welcome to the stream, along with anybody else who happens to be watching. Here. Yes, indeed, I have Windows 10. Though it wasn't always that. Legit, every other animation minus the newest transformation video came out with Windows 8.1 because I had one of those all-in-one PCs. It's also why it was kind of bad for me to actually upload it. It was the computer that ruined the last footage of this animation that I'm working on. So, being fed up with that, I decided, screw it, I'm gonna get a far more powerful PC, and I spent $2,500 to get a new PC, and it ended up with Windows 10. At the very least, it's far more powerful, and SFM actually runs buttery smooth. Well, of course Marx is pissed. I mean, I feel like you would too if you got ran over by a giant wheel. And this is probably going to give a little bit of nightmare for you, so be aware, everybody. Because remember, inside every Marx is just a tinier Marx. Perhaps not. Depends on how fast the wheel is going. Would I ever think of collabing with someone? Almost definitely if they were willing. Because as it turned out with the Kirby Reanimated collab, that was actually really fun. Even if that's not exactly what you were talking about, I found that experience really fun. It just warmed my heart really much, a whole lot, when I saw my clip for the DDD Coming At You intro. Gaming, I have to configure that later. Gaming, I probably may sometime in the future, but somehow I doubt that that's going to happen, particularly with this computer and setup that I've got. But maybe sometime in the future. I never really knew about that until relatively recently, but obviously I wasn't too happy about it, but if I recall, it came back. So hopefully it doesn't keep happening. That would be really unfortunate. Not just because I was in it, but because so many people worked on it. There. Maybe someday, but I've always planned on making an animation of that, but it's a little bit difficult. I wouldn't say anytime really soon, but maybe someday. And Alexander Martin. What am I making? This is the Versus Marks animation that I've been working on. It wasn't like this exactly, since, you know, the whole data loss thing happened, but I restarted on it. thank you for the kind words. I'm glad you like how it looks. Virus and thermal protection, making a lovely cameo. Somewhat fancy. Bring them up a little bit more, drag them over to the side, rinse, repeat a couple of times. Change the camera angle. Oops, shot. And I've lost him. That's cursed imagery. Change the curve a bit. And yes, that is basically what this is. Like I said earlier in the stream, I tend to try and prefer accuracy, so I chose Marx's Smash Bros. Ultimate model to put inside of the Star Allies model. Nothing wrong with the Star Allies model. Really, it's serviceable. It's just that the weight... Oops. I made the wrong thing invisible. Nothing wrong with the regular model for Marx. It's just that his wings, they look alright, but the scales for his wings aren't exactly the same. They kind of pulsate like this. And my cat has decided to make an appearance. So, let's put regular gloss marks back into place. Actually, guys, hold on one moment. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. So, let's get back to the stream. I wouldn't be surprised if the chat is dead. Almost everywhere, it tends to be dead in some shape, form, or fashion. I wouldn't really know that. I don't really have any particular thing or thought about that. And even so, I couldn't really tell because that's something that's left up to me. How Nintendo... I can never be too sure about which one is really Kirby's. Best left to them. I don't particularly have any headcanons about the relation between men and Kirby. plushies of the Mage Sisters? I don't know. Truly, I don't. I mean, it could go either way, really. I mean, obviously they'd be adorable. Almost any plush of any Kirby character, like I said, almost, would be pretty adorable and would probably be taken well by the public. Don't know if I'd buy one, though. Let's see, boss marks, add a little jitter just to make sure that it looks a little bit like he's charging something big. I'd imagine that that's mainly because Dynablade has been somewhat largely forgotten. I mean, she did make a cameo in Star Allies, but nothing too big after that. Sonic Adventure 7, I believe. It's not even that bad of a looking bootleg, it's just got a lot of nostalgia, I guess. Old YouTube stuff. Certainly no Sonic Adventure game I've ever played, though. Archie Sonic comics. Though, I comic character in any game would make it just a little bit more interesting, especially after the disaster that the Forces time was. So how about everybody else in chat? I've seen many YouTube comments for a while now. Though I don't respond to every single one, I do tend to see some recurring ones. Usually some kind of request, maybe for a transformation or a video concept. So, what would you guys like to see sometime in the future? I can't promise everything, because I'm limited to what the workshop models are. But I am curious to know what you guys would want to see from me. Okay, I'm back. Just had to check something real quick. Reaction of Optimus Prime got smashed. I'm afraid that I never actually watched any of the Transformers series or any of the movies, so I wouldn't exactly react too badly, I suppose. I mean, it would obviously be a shock because Sakurai himself said that you had to be a video game character. But the man knows what he's doing when it comes to movesets, so I'm sure he can make anybody he put in the game pretty good. Copy, paste that 4 times. Select time. Then spread seed. SFM before, but I always wanted to use it someday. Is it hard or complicated to use? Well, I wouldn't say it's hard or complicated technically. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not really excessively complicated, but it does take getting used to every now and then. And a little bit of practice, but it's not something that's gonna be like, oh my goodness, I gotta do quadratics and all this and all that, and oh good heavens, I shan't make it. No, it's actually pretty easy. I've been using this for quite some time, and I'm a lot younger than one would think, so it's definitely not too hard to use. Yeah, it would seem hard to use, especially if you don't exactly know what you're looking at. Like, to anybody new, all of these words, all that, they look confusing. But to somebody who's put into practice, it makes sense after a little while. Especially if you watch Valve tutorials, then it really isn't as bad as it seems. say that it's not really hard to use, but I myself am still learning as I go. Yeah, the chat seems to do that, unfortunately, whether it be Discord or the live YouTube. Perhaps everybody's just going to sleep or they're focused on the animation. I can't be certain myself. But then again, I'm not exactly being too lively. Maybe if I had some other people on speaker as well. Chronic the Android Hedgehog, welcome to the stream. And that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with staying silent. There's no rule saying that you have to talk or chat. Just something I've noticed over the time. It's 7:59 here too. Well, you guys have it a little bit earlier. For me, it is 10 o'clock. And I will probably end the stream at around 12. If not somewhat earlier. And this is the unfortunate truth of having to scene build when you are not accustomed to it. Because that does not look very pleasant to look at. I wonder if I can hide the hill real quick. Wrong hill. put Kirby over here. Still have to lower the camera just a little bit more. Doesn't cut frames out of it. I did not know that. I also still have to make that Japanese intro. Or rather, reanimate. Incorrect. All of the intros are catchy. Actually, let's not play the clip just yet. I still have to animate the plants. Indeed it does, Hammerless Penguin. It's a little bit fuzzy in my memory, but if I recall correctly, Sonic Advance 1 was actually the first video game I ever played. Followed close second by Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland and Super Mario Worlds for the Game Boy Advance. In fact, I still have my Game Boy Advance and it works relatively fine. And I forgot to move the plant. Oops. It's also why I chose the Sonic Advance intro for Kirby's Amazing Adventures for when I finally am able to make that. I'm gonna have to get used to making sure that the chat doesn't go away when I press enter. Mar the Mario fan. I am currently working on Versus Marks. A recreation of Kirby's battle with Marks from Superstar Ultra as well. Perfect example on things that require time that kind of slow down process of making a video, especially one like this. I can't always use the same model for everything, especially if I'm trying to be accurate. So in a case like this where I kind of want a different colored Kirby, I may have to spawn in a different one, and especially if it's not got the scale controls for it, so I'll have to resize it, and this goes for quite a while. No, not just Kirby music, though it seems like it's decided to cut out on me. Let me see. The other thing that kind of makes scenes like this relatively slow, and it also was prevalent with Kirby versus Classic Kirby. With Kirby being able to summon just about any ability at his disposal, it makes scenes like this kind of hard to follow up on because there are just so many different ways it can go. It kind of just gives me overload. Exact name of this song, I believe it was Aurora area from Return to Dreamland. Yeah, I do believe that's the name of it. Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite ones to hear in Return to Dreamland. I do hope I said that it was in Return to Dreamland and not Nightmare in Dreamland. Jeremiah T, welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you. That is the wrong attribute. Yeah, sure, give me one moment. Can you hear me a little bit better? Just a little bit better? Alright, lovely. I suppose that's a decent shade of purple, but it's not exactly my favorite. But it'll work. Unlock all of these, because that will mess with the animation. messes with the animation anyway, but... I hate it when it does this. Well then I guess I'm not doing Ice Kirby for this scene. Itself, since it's a superstar, will make it kind of purple. Foot. Oh hey, Marks has joined the stream. Welcome aboard, Marks. Hopefully you don't take offense to watching yourself get beat up. Yeah, as a personal preference, perhaps next time I'll have somebody join me in the voice chat so it's not so silent. Also, I'd really rather not have my voice be the only one on the recording. there's nothing worse than having a camera that won't do as I say. There we go. Somewhat. Let's see, we can have Kirby do a break spin here. Just dash forward. Sequence. Speed that up just a little bit. Instead of that, let's change to rotation. And hip just a little bit. Car in the background, probably caught by the mic, thanks a lot. Of course I'm doing a still doing the live stream. Yeah, I know everybody's in different time zones, so I can't be certain. For me, it's like 10:38. I'll probably shut it down at maybe 11:15, 11:30. Spin. The things that are just too fast to see, I generally try to avoid that so it looks like he's actually doing something rather than just maybe spinning around with a strange pose. Spin could be a little bit slower to start up though. Camera makes it look like he's moving somewhat. He's actually just spinning in place. So let's fix that. Without breaking the scene, please. working with the camera is the real issue here. Animating the characters, I've gotten down somewhat decently, but the camera work is a totally different story. Of your 2 April Fool's Day jokes, which one do you think is funny? Goodness gracious. I do like the Super Mario Brothers one, but I feel like I laugh a little bit more on the fake versus Haltman video, simply because that one, in my opinion, has more skill put into it, rather. Have plants come flying over there. Personally, I find that the idea that Marx's evil plants only grow upwards to hurt Kirby kind of lame in a sense. I mean, it's a cool attack theory, but why send plants to attack that disappear shortly after and they only grow upwards when Shadow Uppercut does that so much better? Fun fact, I have a plush of Yo-Yo Kirby. Oh, I didn't even know they had a plush of Yo-Yo Kirby. Do you have the plush on your icon? No, I do not. I actually do not have any plushes. I do have a Kirby amiibo, but that's about it. The Smash Bros. Variety, mind you. Let's see. Try maybe. Just round it up just a little. Rotate. Gonna need a little bit of a camera change here. In the process of making an animation, I know that some people have been kind of curious about how I use SFM in general. So perhaps one of these days I might even just start making like streams dedicated to other stuff, showing off how I actually do this stuff. But most of it's just what's seen in the camera here. Like all of this other stuff may look pretty, but generally it's nothing big unless the camera's facing towards it, which it's not. So I can kind of just fake it till I make it. probably add a spin effect too, because otherwise it kind of just seems a little empty. In case anybody was wondering why I always reverse and go through the footage so many times, it's generally just to make sure that everything looks alright, make sure I haven't missed anything, or see if I need to change anything. Can never be too sure. Spin just one last time in order to make it somewhat fluid. Of course, it's not always the most beautiful transition, so I'll have to work out the bugs for it. down a bit. Same with the camera. That looks... It's fine, but there could be some frames in between that to make it look a little bit better than it is. I forgot all about this one. Okay, enough of that. Well, that's perfectly fine. There being only 9 people isn't a bad thing. Not everybody has the time to just stand in front of a stream. They might just be waiting for the video to come out itself. With that said, I will be ending the stream fairly soon in about 28 minutes or so. Yeah, that looks a little bit better than it was, alright. Huh. Octo expansion music. That usually means somebody is subscribed. Or something along those lines. But I can't see it, so that's quite unfortunate. Lovely. Hopefully, I'll be able to get this whole streaming thing down. Make it a little bit more enjoyable for everybody. Myself included. take some smoothing. A lot of smoothing. Just a quick recap. I'll do it a couple of times just in case, because last time the stream dropped some frames. Just so everybody knows, it looks okay as it is right now, but this is totally not what it's going to look like when the video finally comes out. I'm going to clean this up, make it look nicer, add some more particle effects to the works, basically. T-pose. See, that looks miles better. Perfect, but it's far more serviceable. Oh, hey, King 3DD. Actually, unfortunately, the Smash Ultimate model of Marks got taken down. The only reason I still have it is because whenever I start SFM, I always cancel the, you know, when a model goes out of date or you unsubscribe from it, it always prompts you to select what you want to get rid of. I always hit cancel because, unfortunately, if I were to ever give it the okay, I would most likely never be able to make another Kirby animation ever again because all the hats have been taken off of the workshop as well. Yeah, that seems to be the case, unfortunately. We still have the other Deity model to work with, though. Perhaps the Pixel or somebody else will re-upload the Smash Ultimate model of Marks. Hopefully. Honestly, it feels a little weird to be using a deleted workshop model. It works perfectly fine, but just a little bit more, make him feel like he really put his all into that break speed. And just have him come back. Since this is Yo-Yo Kirby, you could attempt to have him summon his Yo-Yo and use it. Because I did try to use his Yo-Yo in the last version before I lost it. And boy oh boy, the Yo-Yo is very difficult to use. I still totally swear by the fact that I won't be able to look at this video at all on YouTube. I'm just gonna hear my voice once and go, oh, oh, what garbage, just hot garbage. Let's increase the time frame just by a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean doubling it. Maybe decreasing its radius a little. Okay, so I'm a little bit at a roadblock mentally here because, like I said, with the ability to have Kirby transform into just about anything and use any ability at this state, within reason, I'm still trying to be accurate, so only the ones that appeared in Milky Way Wishes. I can't tell what I'm going to do here. I kinda either want him to use Hammer Drop or Geyser Spiral. So I'll probably let chat decide that. Let them have a little bit of influence for this video. Or you can leave a comment at the bottom once this thing goes live, or gets uploaded, I suppose. And the first vote is Geyser Spiral. Oh, sweet, I only had to do that one. Perfect. Self man. Sweet, perfect. Physical real quick. that. Make parents. And with that flash, suddenly a yo-yo is better. Hide the scene hierarchy. Let me change this camera real quick, 'cause that's not high enough for my pocket. Truthfully, I forgot about the multiple blocks. So let's see if I can use these things for something. Actually colored properly too. Gator Spiral's kind of a tricky move to even look at, even in the game, so to animate it's probably going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm down for it. camera once again showing why it's a pain in the butt to work with sometimes. Simple. The list I have playing has mostly Kirby music. Mostly Kirby music. It's got a few tracks of Sonic music and a few traps. No traps here. Few tracks of Mario music. And a single minute remains. Let's see what I can do in 1 minute. Or 2. Or 3. There we go, that's how the camera should look. It still could be smoothed a little bit more, but it's better than what it was. You can see that little bitty jagged edge right there. And that is time. So, let me run it back to show what we've gotten so far in this time. Really kind of puts the animation into perspective. Like I said earlier on when we were first starting, it can take a while. It just depends on what it is. A transformation video per se, I've got it down packed, while making a versus video, that takes a lot of time and effort. And that's not even including the whole editing process, because some of these clips I have to shorten, speed up a little bit, and I add sound effects and all that later on. So, goodness gracious. But that would be it for this stream, I suppose. Perhaps I'll come back and do another one relatively soon. But until then, I'm StrongPuff. It was lovely having you all here. Until next time.